Greetings, this is Polly through the looking glass. As you can tell by the title, I'm coming after deconstruction in this video. First, what is deconstruction? And why should we be bothered by it? Deconstruction is what causes gangs to be bad, it what causes films to be terrible, and anything it touches to be slap. Deconstruction starts, like all bad ideas, in the universities and colleges of America. Originally, it was just by literature students who, because you gotta do so many takes on a piece of literature, would have come up with different ways of interpreting it. So they would invert sometimes the hero to the villain, take a different character. It was, grad students got a playful way with this. Unfortunately, it filtered up out of the universities, and ideologues took it as a way of basically destroying any plot line or any character. Now, I'll give you an example of where it's good. In the anime Deconstruction, the Count of Monte Cristo, it's a long, huge novel, but the anime made it simple, and they took a different perspective. In the story, the hero is a sailor, falsely imprisoned, and after about 20 years, he gets out of prison and comes back to the Count of Monte Cristo to get vengeance on those who put him in prison. Sounds fair. Anyway, in the anime, instead of taking the perspective of the Count, they take it by halfway through the novel there and use the son of the girlfriend of a Count who has married one of his prisoners. And it's through his eyes that we see the Count work his vengeance. It was very good. I liked the perspective. It is deconstruction done well. They can only work really in literature and things like that. I could do it too. Charles Dickens' Tale of Two Cities. In it, no one's read the novel, but I imagine who's watching this, but you may have seen one of the films of it. During the French Revolution, the hero is Steve Carleton, I forget his name, who's a lawyer in England. And I gets a client who is this guy named Obermann, who has been falsely accused of treason from France. And he saves him, but he gets young Obermann as a young wife. And Carleton has the hotspur. And he wonders why goes this pretty boy, and when you could have, someone of substance like me. Yeah, it's understandable. Well, this is the story of Obermann goes back to France, is imprisoned because he's an aristocrat. He is the nephew of the Count Obermann with a rather bad character. And he's arrested, sends the guillotine. Carleton goes there in order to make his girlfriend, his secret love, feel better. He takes Obermann's place at the guillotine. Oh, that was tragic. But take a different case on this. There's some character I haven't mentioned who's pivotal to the plot. Madame Defarge. The Count Obermann, the bad guy. He had raped Defarge's sister, killed the brother, killed the daughter. I mean, they killed the whole family, and she survived it, and she wants justice. So when the Count Obermann's nephew, comes back to Paris there, she wants his head. But although she's a villain in Dickens' novel, Dickens is an Englishman, so he's not going to portray these Frenchmen as very sympathetic. I think to make a case that she's the hero. She has a right to Obermann's head. She killed everyone in her family. He killed everyone in her family. I mean, that seems like justice. But in the trial, an Obermann is arrested and put on trial. the doctor who tried to save Madame Lafarge's family was in prison too. And he's released when the revolution comes. And Madame Lafarge and her husband are major players in this. Any of that, the doctor, Dr. Manat, anyway, he has a daughter. And of course, Aberman, the nephew here, that's his wife, the daughter. Boy, isn't that convenient. But, so when Aberman's put on trial, the doctor, who was viewed as a patriot, was staying 20 years in prison, like, protest against this Count Aberman, says, if I don't hold vengeance against this man, why should you? And they agree. However, Madame Lafarge steps up and says, you talk about justice. Where's my justice? Aberman says, but the document says, show mercy. But we have a book, a blue pamphlet that he wrote while in prison. And he wasn't so happy about Aberman then. And she reads a passage there where actually, he wants these people dead. He said, the reason why he's saying that different now is his daughter is married to the Count's nephew. But aristocrats, it goes from bloodline to bloodline. He is, this young man here is in fact an Aberman, one of the villains. He is responsible. The lineage is responsible. The aristocrats, the little ones that made the laws here. So he bears responsibility for the deaths of my family. This is revolutionary justice. Now, Dickens realized, I think, that you may have some sympathy for her, because she has a good point. I mean, the French had made it illegal for aristocrats to come into France, which young Aberman had come in there. So he was guilty of that. So, and she says, they're the ones that make the laws, that it goes from bloodline to bloodline. If they're going to get from bloodline to property and all the privileges, then they got to take the bad stuff too. Dickens realizing this. So in the end, he has her go there trying to kill the baby and to the child. And the English maid, where it is, kills her. Help that. But I think that you can make that story and make her the heroine. That's clever. That could be done. Like I said, this only works in literature. It doesn't work anywhere else. Because you can take this and run with it and make it anything you want, while ideologues have. They're the ones that make, well, any, like Star Wars. They take it and look what they did to Star Wars. The bad guys are the good guys are the bad guys, everyone's ugly, everyone's stupid, the girl bosses, all that is deconstruction. In the, every time you see a new IP or an old IP that they're grabbing, that they use deconstruction on it, and they haven't stopped. Everyone's complaining, how come the women are so ugly? Because those in charge of it are deconstructing the ideal of female character. Instead of having the ideal body type or personality, we'll make them plain dumpy. These are the new heroines. Instead of having the hero virtuous and strong, he's got to be different too. If anything, though, if he's a white male, he's got to be the villain. It's taking a storyline and flipping it on its head. That is classic deconstruction, at least what it is now. When you're going to stop? When they run out of money of the foolish producers who back this. That's the only way it's going to stop. The idea is, when you make reviews of games, movies, and it's clearly that they're screwing around like this, don't help them out. Don't buy it. Don't see it. That's how it stops. Or find the money people saying, whoa, but bottom line here, what's all this red ink? You said the modern audience. There is no modern audience. That's always been a fallacy. Gamers are 90% male. People who watch these superhero films or action films are heavily male. They're not gonna put up with this. And yet, they have to. Just don't see it. Okay. That's it for now. I've had a long spiel there. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. If I see you again, this is Polly saying goodbye.